Hey, man. Glad to be here, man.
All right, so I've got Jacob, Jared, Jesse, and Jeffrey from Claremore, Oklahoma. Now, boys, for those that are listening that have maybe never heard you, maybe you just want to go around and introduce your names so that everybody who's listening for the first time can sort of get to figure out your voice.
All right, cool.
I'm Jacob, and I'm 21.
I'm Jared, and I'm 20.
I'm Jeffrey, and I'm 16.
I'm Jesse, and I'm 20, and I'm Jared's twin. Actually.
Yes,
So.
we're all brothers.
Right on. So now my first question is, what's it like for you guys being brothers and being musicians?
Actually, I think it's really actually cool to be, like, we're really close in that sense because we don't have to, like, go anywhere to practice. We're, like, right next to each other, so it's kind of
Convenient.
It's cool. Yeah, convenient. It's cool, especially when you're friends with your brother, so it's easy.
Are there challenges too because you guys are brothers, so there's a little bit of a sibling rivalry that goes on there?
Oh yeah, I mean, every other siblings, we have our fights, but honestly, we really don't fight that much. We kind of like,
Yeah,
we're
work
working
it,
every now and then.
But I must say, if anyone was competitive, it's probably me and Jesse.
Yeah,
Twins,
yeah.
We're always talking about who's taller. I mean, we're competitive
that way,
and all
yeah.
that stuff.
Growing up, it's been that way. Yeah.
I wanted to get into a bit with that. Growing up in Oklahoma, and what really got you into music?
Actually, Jacob,
Yeah, actually, I was a really shy kid, and I actually tried out for a school play, and I got the lead part. And after that, I just got the bug. I don't know what it was after that. And
later on, we all just kind of joined in,
It
seeing that it
snowballed
was
from
cool.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 8 years later, here we are.
Yeah. Exactly.
8 years later, and you get a trip on X Factor. Talk to me about how that happened. What was it like getting into the process of going on to X Factor, and then the whole experience of just being on X Factor?
Oh my gosh, the experience was awesome. We
Yeah,
got
it
to
was.
meet a lot of cool people. We got to
Jillian.
see all. Yes,
Sorry,
Jillian.
yeah, it's good.
Shout
Shout out
out.
to Jillian. Hey, what's
If
going on?
you're
We miss
listening.
you too. We hope you're listening.
Yeah, and we got to meet the judges. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool. It was a great experience for sure.
Yeah. I remember just one moment, just just being there and thinking, wow, I'm with all these people that have similar interests and want to do the same thing. It's just really great
Yeah.
overall.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
What was the hardest part about? Were you? I mean, besides being obviously probably quite nervous, what was the hardest part about the whole experience?
Probably making sure you have the right song. I would say.
Yeah, that is definitely. Because if you don't have the right song, that could definitely
Make break
make you
you.
break
Yeah.
you.
So yeah, that was probably the most nerve-wracking.
Picking
part.
which song to sing.
Yeah.
Having it prepared, yeah.
Now, you guys are also very big into covers, and that's sort of how we got Radio Nation here. Got to know you guys a little bit before, obviously having you on the show here. Talk to me about the process of picking covers, and you guys have done some great covers. And I'm personally not a big cover guy, but I have loved every one of your covers that you guys have done. So, what is the process like to pick a cover, and do you have to be very selective on when you pick a cover?
Right.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, we kind of try to do like we do like what's new, what's current, and then we also do like one of my favorites is Wonderwall. That one was like just one we thought we would do good
A
on.
mixture
yeah.
of new up and coming songs and then some of our favorite songs.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of makes it back.
Is there a cover that you're working on right now that you haven't released yet?
Yes, and it's a secret. We can't tell. It's gonna be what we can tell you. It's gonna be upbeat. It's gonna be a fun song, and I'm
Yes.
sure everybody will know it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We're excited though. We're working on it, and we'll get it out as soon as we can.
What's the process for you guys like in terms of working together and developing material and just songwriting together as a not only as brothers but as musicians?
I mean, it's really cool as far as like covers and stuff, putting it together. It's all been done by ear. We've never really had any like formal training,
No, yeah.
so it's just been us listening to the radio and picking up on harmonies and that sort of thing.
And then like whoever fits the best with each song, it switches off, for each different song. So
Right, it's always different.
right.
That's true.
Is there talk to me a bit about the writing process as well? I mean, who does most? Does one particular guy do most of the writing in between you guys, or does sort of everybody split the writing?
Actually, it's
Yeah.
kind of like a collaboration of all four of us.
Usually someone will maybe come in with like cool melody or a cool line, and then we'll just sit down in a room and kind of bounce ideas back and forth until we, come up
Lock
with
ourselves in the room for a good couple of hours till we come out with a good song.
Exactly.
Now, you guys, from doing some research here, you guys are working on an EP right now. You're going to be heading out to California quite soon to be recording and working on that EP. Do you want to talk a little bit about that whole process?
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. We're gonna hopefully go out there at the beginning of 2013 and work with some really cool people. Multi-platinum producer. It's gonna be, it's exciting.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're nervous about? Just heading out there. Is there some sort of expectations on you guys now that you guys have the X Factor under your belt?
Honestly, I'm just more excited and ready to get there and ready to go. But I guess that's just the kind of person I am.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really creative and loving to go into the studio. That's like one of my favorite parts of doing this is recording and figuring out different sounds and putting them together. So to me, it's just more exciting than nervous.
Yeah.
For those that are just listening in right now, you're tuning into Radio Nation and you're listening to the Boyle Brothers live on the program. We were just talking a little bit about that they'll be working with Adrian Newman, who is a multi-platinum producer and a songwriter in California. What is that going to be like for you guys to be able to work with Mr. Newman?
It's awesome. Some of the names that he's worked with is really, really awesome. I think to have a chance or, the opportunity to work with him. So it's going to be really cool, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We're all excited.
Yeah.
Yes, and for those that don't know, Adrian Newman has actually worked with Big Time Rush, Jesse McCartney, The Wanted, Plain White Tees. The list goes on, and it's a very impressive list. And Carrie Underwood's on there, Headley. Talk to me, guys, a bit about your own style and how do you come up with your own particular style of music?
I'd probably say we're more of the country pop. So we've kind of we usually. It all started with like an acoustic guitar, so like we've kind of gone off there from country. We grew up on country, and it's just been growing up on that and
the pop country side.
Yeah, definitely taking influences by the type of music we listen to. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, talk to me a bit about those influences. Which artists have had the biggest impact on you guys musically?
Probably the Beatles and Eagles. We take a lot after the harmony. Of the Eagles, they have some really awesome stuff. As well as the Beatles, the songwriting and all that. That's probably the two main influences musically and creatively.
Yeah.
Now, you guys do this thing called Music Monday, and you did one, I believe, yesterday night as well. Talk to me about what is Music Monday for somebody who has just no idea.
It's basically just like an hour a day where you get to talk to the J Crew, our fans. That's what our fan base is called, and it's a chance for them to get to ask us personal questions or questions about us and our lives, and we kind of update them on what we're doing.
Sorry, go on. I was going to say something. I was going to ask you what's your favorite part about the whole Music Monday thing?
It's interacting with the fans.
Yeah.
That's the best part. They always have crazy questions, and sometimes we sing for them, give them updates on what's going on. It's just a lot of fun to actually connect with our fans and interact with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie. When we first we took a request for you guys just on a sort of a random night, and a lot of your fans are tuning in right now, and it's been the response has been crazy. I mean, I've literally posted some questions to ask people to tweet me questions, and it's I can't even keep up. It's like there's literally every time I look away from the page, there's about 40 more tweets. So I got to ask you, how has social media really helped you guys as musicians, and what is it like to have so much feedback from so many people from all over the world?
It's helped us a lot, It's got definitely our
Platform.
music out there in this platform, and we love them so much. They've been sending us fan mail, and we've been posting it all over the wall, and we're on our second wall now. So
yeah,
we absolutely love them. They're so supportive of our music, and they try to help us any way we can. So
I think it was actually JQ that got us onto Radio. I think Radio
suggested the song.
Suggested the song. I think so. That was pretty cool.
So dedicated. They're the best. We love you guys. You guys are listening.
Yeah.
What is it like to see the feedback? And you got fans. There's some people listening right now that have been up since like 4:45 a.m. And what is that like to just know that you have a lot of really dedicated people out there? And does that motivate you to keep writing, to keep producing quality music?
For For sure. I think that's definitely one of the motivators behind any music we make or anything we do. You know, knowing that there's an audience or people that want to listen to us or, you know, like what we do is, of course, all the more motivation to keep going.
Yeah, and it always pushes us to go one step farther, try to make it better, one step better. So, yeah, it's been really great.
Really, really great, yeah.
There have been some pretty talented musicians to come out of Oklahoma in the past. Do you find that there's a bit of pressure on you guys being being not only country musicians, but country musicians from Oklahoma?
I don't know if there's really pressure. I think we're just gonna. I mean, we just try to make music that we like and what we would listen to.
Absolutely.
And if people like it, I think that's
like it.
all the more better. Yeah.
Do the best we can,
Yeah.
What has been the biggest challenge for you guys as a group, and how have you overcome that challenge?
Good question.
Good question.
I say the biggest challenge so far would have to be X Factor.
Yeah, that's probably
And we've definitely grown closer as a group, and
the experience together.
Yeah, because it's a lot of high pressure stuff too. 'Cause,
Yes.
a lot of pressure going through the experience. So I mean, that was probably one of the toughest ones.
Yeah, and it just reaffirms that this is what we truly want to do and that we're going to be moving forward.
Oh, yeah.
Right on.
Now, you guys are all different ages, and talk to me a bit about this, the aspect of education for musicians that are up and coming. I mean, are you guys homeschooled? Do you guys just go to regular high school, or do you guys get homeschooled?
Yeah, I'm actually the only one in school. I'm 16, so I'm still homeschooled right now. It's really flexible, actually, so we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Other three actually two of them graduated, Jess and Jared. Congratulations.
But yes, we were all previously homeschooled before too. It just makes it a lot easier because it's more flexible. Because whenever we have to travel and do shows and stuff like that,
So it all works.
Are there things that you kind of wish you got to experience from the typical normal sort of high school experience? Do you gotta miss out on those things?
Yeah, I mean, there's some things like prom, we've never been to a prom and all that stuff. Then again, we've done some things that normally other people that go to school wouldn't do, so it kind of balances out.
It's a give and take.
Yeah,
I think.
totally.
Yeah.
And
Totally
you
worth
always
it.
hear about sometimes you have to sacrifice things to get what you really want in life, and so we think it's worth it to do what we want to do and be able to do what we want to do.
Yeah.
Was there when was that point then where you guys sort of realized like this is it, this is the moment where we got to take, we're doing something really great here and we want to do this seriously as a group together as brothers. When was that moment?
I think probably when the decision, was it 5 years ago we've been homeschooled, or I've been. So probably that moment when you're deciding, to change lives basically, and definitely, full force go after the music. I think that was probably the decision point.
Was it an easy decision, or was it sort of a lot of like, well, I don't know, this seems like it's a good idea, but I'm not really sure?
I think in most of our minds, I think it was pretty clear cut for, this is not working out, this is what we want to do.
yeah, because we immediately had a passion for this music stuff. So I think it was pretty immediate when the time came to choose that we all wanted to do this music thing for sure.
Given your career and the fact that you mentioned that you guys are homeschooled, does sort of any sort of post-secondary education come into play at all, or do you just sort of want to go out and make the most of your career? And when I mean post-secondary education, it can be even just music school.
What was that?
I was just going to try to ask, talking about your homeschool education, and I mean, you guys have a lot of new things coming out, but is there ever a consideration to go to post-secondary, whether it's college or university, for some type of music degree or anything like that?
Yeah, maybe later on, but I think that would be a thing to do if some of it doesn't work out. But right now, I think we're just gonna
Go full force on this music thing and see where it takes us.
Yeah.
Now, I'm getting a lot of questions here off of Twitter, and so and a lot of response from the fact that you guys haven't been to prom. There's quite a few people out there that would like to take you to their prom, so you guys are pretty popular out there.
Hey, we're all single, we're all ready.
Ask them when to pick us up.
Yeah, tell them the date and time, and we'll be there.
All right. Well, I'm sure a lot of them are listening, so I'm sure a lot of them are freaking out right now. I wanted to ask a question. Is there anyone that's a little more popular than the others, and do you guys make fun of the other ones for being more popular?
I don't know if there's any more popular ones, but I think there's definitely like lines or stuff that we've said in Twit cams that people have attached to, like
almost
Jesse.
Inside jokes.
Yeah, inside jokes among
I
everybody.
tend to have a lot of inside jokes.
Blonde moments.
With the J Crew. And it's like, I think one of them was, the hashtag sign.
Oh my gosh.
Tic-tac. I called it a tic-tac-toe sign.
So forever known. Everybody knows that it's a tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, so now it's
We're all known
that.
for, I guess, our each distinct things.
Personalities and
As if someone was popular more than the other, not that we know
not
of.
we know of.
Yeah,
Now I'm gonna get to some questions here on Twitter because there's quite a few of them, and there's actually some really good ones here. What is one of the things that you love most about the J Crew?
They're so loyal and dedicated. That's
Yes.
the best thing ever. They share stuff. They're awesome. They
Yeah.
love our
and just
music.
to the point that they want to listen to us and want us
Yeah.
to make more and enjoy what we do. I think that's just
And
Yeah,
that they're on this journey with us. You
Yeah.
know?
yeah.
Yeah. So that they're.
And it's more like almost like a tight knit family, a J Crew family, and we love
Yeah.
you guys, all of you that are listening right
Yes,
now.
we love you.
Heart goggles, but you can't see.
This comes from Kelsey off of Twitter, and this is, what is the best part about being in a band with your brothers?
That's a good question. I mean,
That's a
it's
good one.
awesome sharing the journey with a bunch of like your brothers that are kind of your best friends also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, we're all going through this together, so that's kind of a very cool thing. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. I agree.
Agreed.
What is you guys talked about your favorite covers and that sort of thing. Is there a cover that you've ever done that you kind of wish you didn't do, or has that never been the case?
There's been some covers, but we didn't post them.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If
Yeah.
we don't end up liking them, we kind of just put it to the side
And we work on something
different.
else.
Yeah.
We usually have more than one option when we first go in and kind of go, well, you're kind of narrowed down to these 3 songs, and then we kind of pick the one that really
The
fits us
best
the
ones.
best.
Yeah.
Are there any bands? You mentioned the Beatles and you mentioned the Eagles. Are there any bands that are sort of brother oriented that you really admire?
Kings of Leon.
Kings of
Yeah.
Leon.
Love Kings of Leon.
Yeah,
The Fray. I mean,
They're my brothers.
Yeah,
Oh,
brothers.
they are
Yeah.
brothers.
But I don't know. I mean,
I don't
there's
know.
not-
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
a
think
good
there's a
one.
lot of brother bands out there.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, I guess Oasis is kind of.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. What are we thinking?
That's okay. I just got that one too. I just figured that one out too, so don't worry.
I was like, oh, what am I thinking? Yeah.
Here comes a question from. I'm gonna read a few more off Twitter, but it's literally every time I click it, about 40 more come up. So it's gonna take a second here as I go through them all. There's a great question. This comes from Pearl on Twitter. How do you guys stay humble?
I guess we've
Our
had
parents have always taught us since we were really young just to stay humble, never to get too high or never to get too low. So
Yeah, and just know where you came from.
Yeah.
Sure.
and we know none of this would be possible if it wasn't for God. So
Of course, yeah.
we thank Him every day for that.
Yeah.
What sort, when you guys aren't doing music and you guys aren't working on school and that sort of thing, what kind of things do you guys like to do as brothers, just hanging out?
We definitely play front yard football.
No, we-
2 versus 2. It's a lot of fun, actually.
It's game on. It's game on out there.
like
Yeah.
you said, we're very competitive.
Anything sports like basketball.
Yeah, I think
you know.
sports wise.
Video
We
games.
go out and watch movies, hang out, all that
yeah.
stuff.
Chill.
Now, since you guys have been on the X Factor and I guess probably hanging out in Oklahoma, do you guys walk around town and people sort of know who you are now, and there's that bit like, oh my God, there's the Boyle Brothers, does that happen a lot?
Actually gotten quite a few of them.
Yeah, actually we've had a couple actually show up
In our neighborhood,
In
yeah.
our neighborhood, show up on our front
Door
front
got
door.
brownies and cupcakes.
Yeah, made us
So.
cupcakes and brownies.
Did it
Yeah.
freak you out at first, or was it like, wow, this is really cool, or was this like, I don't really know who you are, how do you know where I live?
To me, I think it's more personal. Like, wow, this is like crazy that they're able, like, they know who we are and they
It's
made us cupcakes.
And they were really nice, and we took a picture with them and
Yeah.
everything. Got to know
Yeah.
them. It was really cool.
Is it since X Factor then, has the publicity been so intense for you, you're just like, wow, this is a little overwhelming, I didn't think it would get to this point?
Yeah, actually, it can get pretty overwhelming.
It can get pretty overwhelming
But-
at times,
But,
I think it's awesome. And
yeah,
every
we
time,
enjoy this.
yeah, I think we enjoy it more than we're overwhelmed or stressed by it.
Is it hard to, is there ever been that moment for you guys where it almost gets to your head, but then you stay humble? Is that hard to do? Is it hard for, I guess what I'm trying to get at is it a little more difficult because it's like, wow, we must be doing something good. Does it get to your head at times?
I mean, not really. I mean, because there is 4 of us, there's 4 different aspects on everything that we do. And I think we kind of keep each other grounded as well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Where like if someone is getting maybe a little bit, then
We're
we
always here to keep
keep
each
them in
other in
line.
check.
keep them in line.
Fair enough. Now, what is the most interesting thing a fan has ever given you?
We've probably
we got cheesecakes
through
into
the mail.
cheesecake
That
through
was
the
pretty
mail.
cool.
We've actually had a portrait drawn of us. We have quite a few of them around us. I'm just looking around the wall because we have a ton of stuff.
I got a T-shirt that said "I love mashed potatoes" because that was one of my
Blonde moments.
quotes or blonde moments I had. So I got a T-shirt.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Quite
It's,
a few.
Yeah, all over a fan wall.
Even for Christmas, some J. Crew gave us a
Christmas
ornament.
Yeah, an
So
ornament.
that's on our tree right now. So it's really awesome.
Yeah,
It's cool.
it's awesome.
That is pretty cool. This comes from Sarah off of Twitter, and it is who can play which instruments in the band?
Okay. So,
I'm Jesse. I can play the guitar and electric guitar.
I'm Jeffrey. I kind of play a little bit of piano, bass, and guitar.
and I'm Jared. I'm more like the drummer, I guess. Yeah.
And Jacob, guitar. So
Yeah.
yeah, a little bit of everything.
Here's a question off of this is off of Twitter as well, and it's from Haley. Do you have any advice for fans or I guess aspiring musicians that are interested into getting more serious with their career by performing?
Yes. Don't give up. No matter what you do, just believe. Chase your dreams.
If it's something that you really want to do, you'll know it. And if you really want to go after it, don't take no for an answer. 'Cause
Don't let anybody
along the
else-
way you will get no's, and you just gotta have to get through it and keep going.
Yeah.
That's the perseverance.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's a little bit of a cliche to say, don't give up, but it really is a tough road. But
If you're willing to go on it, I
Yes.
think you can
can do it.
Has there been a time then where you were told no and it was just completely crushing and it was really a real test, excuse me, to just sort of keep going?
Yeah, we have. We actually been a couple, and
A couple times.
those are the tough times. And when you make it through it, I think those are the even better times to realize, wow,
This made me stronger.
Sure.
Exactly.
This made us stronger.
And just
Keep
let us
going.
know that this is for sure like what we want to do.
It's more of a reaffirming. Yeah.
What has been the most enjoyable part about just being musicians and being able to do what you love?
Probably just people just loving what we do because we really love what we do, and then to see all the positive feedback by our J Crew and all the fans and people hearing our music and hearing all those positive things, I think that's what really makes it for us.
Yeah, and also getting to meet a lot of cool people on the road when we go out and do shows. Meeting a lot of cool people, I think that's a really cool thing.
All right, if you're just tuning into Radio Nation right now, you're listening to the Boyle Brothers live on the program. I'm your host, Nicholas Pescott here, and I'm still taking some more questions, from Twitter. If you want to tweet us at Radio_Nation, you may do so. You may also tweet the Boyle Brothers at Boyle Brothers, although I'll be reading the questions from my own Twitter accounts. But you can tweet them anyway because they're actually really cool. It's nice to meet musicians that really give back, and even though we've never featured them on the show until this point, it was really cool to see you guys retweet some of our stuff and us playing some of your music. We thought it was really, really cool to give us a little bit of a shout out when we're just sort of playing random tunes and taking random requests. And I have to admit, the Boyle Brothers have been the number one requested band since I started doing requests, which was a week ago. It's been really overwhelming.
Well, thank you for playing our
thank
music.
you.
We appreciate
We
it.
just
Yeah.
appreciate the being
Support.
played. Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, I'm going to get some more questions here on off of Twitter, and this one comes from Haley Skiles. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, Haley, so I do apologize. I'm going to figure out where she's from, but she asks, she's from New Orleans, and she asks, what is your favorite animal?
Oh, okay.
Favorite
Jesse.
animal.
Jacob, what's yours?
Yeah.
Probably a wolf. I think wolves.
Mine is a bear. I like bears. It's always been my thing.
Probably a koala bear. I don't know.
They're very cuddly, I guess.
I don't know. I'll just go with tiger.
I like how
Tiger.
we all chose predators except Jeffrey.
Just a koala.
Just a little side.
I'll choose my yeah.
Choose the hot animal.
Couple more questions here. Well, a couple people have asked this particular question, and are you planning on traveling anytime soon, other than to California?
We hope so. We hope to have more shows lined up and places to go, and hopefully travel all over the United States and
absolutely.
outside of it. So.
We would love to travel. So
Yeah.
More
Well,
shows coming.
You're always welcome to come visit Canada. It's a little cold up here compared to what it's like down in Oklahoma.
Never been. That'd be awesome. We'd love to be.
We actually used to live right up at Washington State, and we were, I think, maybe an hour and a half from Canada, but we just never got the chance to go up there. I've always wanted to go. It'd be so cool.
So yeah, we'll have to do that.
We'll have to do that.
That's where in Washington State did you guys live?
Oh, around Longview, Kelso.
Oh, right on. Yeah, it's a beautiful state, eh? I loved it. I've been quite a few times actually. My parents live out in BC, and yeah, Washington State is beautiful.
Yeah,
It definitely is.
Okay, so let's talk on the questions of travel here. Is there one place in the world that you'd love to perform at?
Madison Square Garden for me.
Yeah, that's always great.
That'd be really
Ditto.
cool.
Yeah, ditto is that.
Ditto, man. That's an agreed.
Collectively.
Very good.
This question comes off of Twitter, and it's from Meredith, and she asks, "Who is your favorite actor or actress?"
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to jump in here and say Jennifer Lawrence. She's pretty amazing.
That's more of
Okay.
a crush. That's more of a slash actor.
That counts. She's actress.
Mine would be Will Ferrell or Steve Carell. Those-
Yeah, we're big on comedy, so we love all the Will Ferrell, Steve Carell stuff. I would have to
Movies,
say
yeah.
Steve Carell, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, he's pretty. Is there a favorite movie by Steve Carell that you really like?
Yes. Well, actually, it's a series. We love The Office.
Oh yeah.
Love that show.
He's not on anymore, but
The
He
first
used to be.
6 seasons were amazing.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you still watch it even though he's off the show?
Yeah, I still watch
I
it
still
all
watch
the
a
time.
couple.
Yeah.
Is
Not
it
as fluent. Yeah.
was it what was like? Were you pissed off that he left, or was it one of those things where you're like, all right, maybe it's time for him to leave?
I think I shed a tear.
It's a
Yeah.
sad moment. It was a sad moment.
It really was sad to see him go, but he was so great on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
There was those episodes at the very end where they had Will Ferrell come in, and I thought those are pretty good endings.
That's just where
Okay, yeah, you put Will Ferrell, Steve Carell together. I mean, how
Yeah.
could that not be hilarious?
Great match.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Here's a question from Emma off of Twitter, and she asked, "Did you ever think that you were going to get this popular?"
No. I mean, like,
Of course, that was a goal,
Here
but I mean,
recently, yeah, like we've always wanted to do this, but like here recently, our fan base at J Crew has just exploded.
yeah.
So
we've gone from I think 1,200 like maybe 5 months ago, and now we're at 17,000. So
It's
Yes.
pretty crazy. I didn't think it would be this big, this fast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me. I'm going to read some stats here for you guys. This is all the covers. So Little Things cover is 5,000 views, and that was posted not even like 3 weeks ago. Cruise cover is 7,800 views. Feel Again cover is 9,400 views. Wanted cover 50,000 views. Never Getting Back Together cover 27,500 views. Home cover 14,700 views. Somebody that I used to know cover 17,900 views. Facebook followers 4,000 followers or 4,000 likes, and Twitter 17,000 followers and counting. What is that like when you hear those numbers? It's just pretty overwhelming that you get a lot of response.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just unbelievable. I used to be happy when we would just get 100 views
on
YouTube.
on YouTube, and now it's like thousands. It's crazy.
I know. I
I'm-
love it.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Every minute of
Oh
it.
yeah.
This is an interesting question. What message do you want to convey to your fans or listeners, or what do you want them to get out of your music?
Truly, we just want our fans to know that, if you put your mind, you can do anything. If you put
For
your
sure.
mind to it. So we just want to be proof of
Proof,
that and
exactly.
be good role models, and try to be the best people that we can be. So
Yeah, right on.
Now, this is more of a personal question for myself. Now, being young adults that you guys are, how hard is it for you guys? I guess maybe that's not the right way to phrase this, but how is it? You have to be very careful of the things that you do, who you hang around, maybe sort of stay away from people that might get you into trouble. Just with the way social media is and the way everybody has a camera nowadays, you have to be very careful of who you associate yourself with, and you have to put yourself in the right places in order to succeed.
Oh yeah. We
I
just
think you
make
have to
sure
be conscious about. I think always be conscious about what you're doing and just try to be.
surround yourself with good people.
yeah, surround yourself with good people, and none of that stuff will happen. So.
For sure.
Has that ever happened though, where maybe you're hanging out with your friends, just sort of on the weekend kind of thing, and somebody's like, "I'm going to go here," and you're like, "Well, I don't know if I should do that because that might not be the best thing right now."
Yeah, there has been those situations. Yeah, you just gotta. Yeah,
You just kind of have to deal with it as they come.
make the best decision.
What is I guess for people out there that are listening, whether it's management, fans, your parent, what's been, I guess, the biggest sort of factor in terms of this support? I mean, how supportive have your parents been? How supportive has management been? How supportive has your fans been?
Yeah, it's been really overwhelming. I mean, of course, our parents have always been there. They've been there from the start, and couldn't do this without them.
They've been super supportive.
Yeah, the best parents in the world, and of course, all the fans out there. We really could not do this without you guys.
And we thank all.
A lot of people say it, but I mean, we really do mean it. We really do love every single one of you for sharing, supporting everything that we do.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Is it almost overwhelming to have so many fans? And I mean, you must, if you have Twitter on your phone must go off like crazy. Like mine's going off, and it can't even. It's probably gonna die in about 30 seconds because it just won't stop going off. Is it really hard? Is it sometimes like, wow, this is crazy? Like it just doesn't stop vibrating.
Yeah, sometimes it is mind blowing to think of all those people. But I just think of how awesome it is to have that support there. On Twitter and Facebook.
And I honestly I love all of them, and I try to reply back to as much as I can.
Yes, we all try to.
Yeah, we all try to. So.
But the phone must be on silent.
Exactly. Yeah, the phone has to be silent.
It will
at
ring
times.
every 30 seconds, but we answer back as much as we can.
Yeah,
So
we enjoy talking to them. So
they're awesome and interesting people to talk to. So
yeah.
I know.
This question comes off of. I'm going to try to get to as many Twitter questions as I can because I don't know how much time you guys have, but we've got a lot. We got a lot more time here. So there's no rush or anything, but I know comes from the Boyle. This is a Twitter account. This is Boyle Brothers on Ellen, and they've been pretty supportive for you guys. Who in your life do you look up to the most?
Probably our God and of course
our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think our parents are great role models for us as well. They've always been really supportive of what we do. And yeah, that's probably
hope to someday to be a parent like them. So.
Yeah, of course.
This comes from Emily Lynch off of Twitter as well. And sorry if it's a little. There's a little bit of not like feedback, but it's a little bit of a delay just because we're on Skype. So sometimes it's not like I'm trying to cut you off on purpose. It's just a little bit of a delay, I guess, from the time it gets to my headset by the time that you've already said it. So if it sounds like I'm cutting you off at some points, it's not intentional by any means.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man.
So this is off of Twitter. This is from Emily Lynch, and she says, "What is the greatest thing to have happened to you guys since you became so popular?" And I guess she probably means since you guys went on X Factor.
That is a good question. I mean, so far X Factor
Just support. I mean,
the support.
That's been really the main thing that that's
Just
really
how fast it's been growing. I think.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I think after X Factor has been just the support and the growing of the sport. It's just been crazy.
Fans.
Yeah.
This is another question off of Twitter as well, and it's from Pearl. And in one word, describe yourselves or describe each other.
Okay.
All right.
Good. Okay.
Fun stuff.
Here we go. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesse, I would say Jesse's the mysterious one.
Yeah.
You could say that.
He's
kinda
kind of
like-
shy.
Yeah.
He's kind of shy.
Quiet, shy. I think Jared's probably funny, more the funny one. Cracks a joke every 10 seconds. So yeah.
Can't keep a straight face around Jared.
Yeah, Jacob, the oldest. He's probably more of the I guess set role of leader. He's kind of more of the firm hand. I don't know.
I guess so.
He's just big brother.
And I would say Jeffrey's more the ladies' man.
Yeah, I gotta say. We taught him well. So.
Fair enough. Now, if you could open for one band, who would it be?
Oh my gosh, good question.
Oh man.
Is it all different? I would say Lady Annabelle would be pretty sick to open up for.
That
Taylor
would be-
Swift would be. Really
Taylor
cool.
Swift would be another awesome one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
What about you?
Yeah, I think I would love to open up for Jason Aldean. I think he's awesome, and I've listened to him ever since he released his first CD, so I'm a huge fan.
Talk to me a little bit about celebrity crushes, because this is coming off of Twitter, and this is you just mentioned Taylor Swift, so I think this is a kind of a good segue into this. Did you have a celebrity crush, and if so, who is it?
I'm Jared, and Ariana Grande is pretty cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Me and Jared are kind of fighting over here. So,
The twins, of
because we
course.
both have a crush on her.
Yeah, I would probably say Jennifer Lawrence. She is older than me, but hey, I mean, I'm not.
That doesn't matter.
And Emma Watson for me.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
Sean Johnson's pretty cute too.
Yeah.
Just throwing names
That's
out.
Those are all good answers, actually. I like them all. I like the Emma Watson one, too. Who is your favorite musician? We just kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but who is your favorite musician out there?
There's so many.
Yeah, it's hard to pick one, but if we had to go by song, I guess so far mine would be Fun.
What about you?
Some nights for Fun.
I like the Gripped. I like The Fray. I like Imagine Dragons. Like I like them all.
Yeah, I would probably say Gaudier or
that's a good one.
Mumford and Sons. Those probably.
And for me, I like The Main, and Mariana's Trench is really awesome.
So multiple favorites.
Yeah. Very different music styles. It's kind of funny how we all work together though to make our own. So.
Are you guys going to try out for X Factor again?
We don't know. We will see when that time comes, I guess.
Have to see, yeah. It
depends on what's going on, you know. We might not. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, don't really know at this point.
Here's these most of the ones that I'm asking right now are coming off of Twitter, and this one's from Lola Page. I'm not sure if I got her name right, but this is where do you guys see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully making great music,
Yeah.
touring,
Traveling the world, doing tours. You know,
Having songs on the radio. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the goal.
the dream.
Yeah.
That's the dream right there.
We already asked this, so I'm just reading through them, and like I said, this thing is not stopping. It's pretty cool, and a lot of your fans have some really good questions here, actually. So I'm just trying to get through all of them because there's about 30 of the same ones, but they're all really good questions. Can you guys speak in other languages? Any other languages?
I wish.
I can hardly speak English.
Not really. I was never good in Spanish class.
That's probably
That was
one
the
or two
only
words.
class I took. Yeah.
Spanish probably one or two
Sadly,
words.
no.
Fair enough. Yeah, no. All right. What is your life motto?
Work hard, stay humble.
Oh
That's
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. Says it all.
Ooh, this is a good question out there. Comes from Sarah. Who is the most romantic one of the four?
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm not sure, dude.
Oh, come on, you can tell
Probably,
the truth.
probably
Yeah,
Jacob.
right.
Probably Jacob is more the hopeless romantic. No, I'm kidding. No,
Whoa there.
Jacob is probably the most romantic out of all four of us, I guess. Yeah.
This is going to sound like a strange question, and this is from me. What's the ultimate goal for you guys? I mean, aside from making music and performing for your fans, is there a goal? Do you want to be at a top? Like, I guess, where's your goal? Ultimate goal?
Hopefully on top of the charts. Performing at Madison Square Garden would be, of course,
Inspiring other people to do this. You know, I mean, to do what they want to do in life.
Right, absolutely. If you have a passion for something, go after it.
In terms of your own music and your own writing style, I've interviewed other musicians who've been on the show, and they've said that sometimes when they're coming up with lyrics or new songs, it happens to them in the strangest places, whether they're in the shower or they're on the road or they're sort of away from a piece of paper or a device. Has that ever happened to you guys where you're like, oh, it's a great idea for a song, and you're not anywhere near anything that you can kind of write it down?
All the time. That happens all the time to me. Yeah, I always find little bits and pieces of stuff, but I'm not around paper. It's just the way it works. But the funny thing about writing is usually it happens really, really late at night.
Exactly.
All of a sudden I'll just get hit with an idea, and I'll have to drag all my brothers out of bed and be like, hey, can we try to write something right now?
No joke. The last two ones we've probably written have been past 2 o'clock, 2 in the morning.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's pretty crazy, but
yeah.
hey, if it works, it works.
Oh yeah.
This one comes from Haley off of Twitter, and it's a really good question. I don't think I could think of this one on my own. And how does faith play a role in the way you create music and in your music?
I think definitely one of the things. I mean, probably just having the faith of what you're doing, and also just staying humble. I think that's a big one. Of
Yeah, I think it plays a really big role.
Yeah,
in
big
what we
role.
do and how we act, of course, and
what kind of role model you want to be and who you
Right.
are.
Just going through some more Twitter questions here. Now, did you guys reply to fan mail?
Yes, actually,
we do, yeah.
we've replied to a few. I think one person actually sent us an iPhone case that she wanted us to sign, so we signed it and sent it back.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And then there's a lot more. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we try to do as much as we can.
Now, do you guys have a PO box kind of thing that you guys have set up so people can mail you?
Yeah, we do. If you guys want to send us anything, you guys can send us to 400 West 9th Street, #2963, Claremore, Oklahoma 74017. So
Yes.
to all you J crew out there.
Oh yeah.
What's it like growing up in Oklahoma? Somebody who's from Ontario, Canada, who has never been to Oklahoma. Talk to me about what it's like to grow up in Oklahoma.
Well, I mean, there's probably not too much to do.
Tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
No,
Tornado Alley.
You gotta get used to those if you live in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I love it.
Really windy all the time. The weather can change really fast from really warm to really cold.
It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
definitely. That's how it is. It's like summers, you can get over 100. Winters, below freezing. It's crazy.
But it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's really
it's
great.
home.
Though. It's home for sure.
I'm going to take some more questions off of Twitter here. What are all? Do you guys have middle names?
We do.
Yes.
What are they?
Okay. Mine is McClendon. It's like an Indian from my great grandmother. From McClendon.
Mine is Jesse Hamilton.
And mine's Jared Michael.
And Jacob Arthur.
Very cool. Very cool. What was your favorite TV show as a kid?
TV show as a kid.
Even Stevens.
Yes.
Boy Meets World.
Yeah. Those
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
I still love swim.
Rugrats.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
That's
probably
That's pretty it.
pretty.
We're big Disney kids.
Yeah, we were.
We're into Disney.
What is your favorite Disney movie?
Ooh, Lion King.
That one's a good
If
one.
it's,
Toy
if
Story
it's a
is good.
classic, I have to say Lion King.
I really like Tarzan.
I thought the music in Tarzan was awesome.
Yeah.
I
Phil
also,
Collins. Yeah.
I also like Spirit. If you've ever heard the soundtrack to Spirit, it's really great.
Yeah. Toy Story as well. So that.
Yeah, Toy Story's another good one.
That is a good movie.
Wait, is that Pixar?
I don't know.
It's not Disney, but I mean it's the same idea, right?
I was like, wait a minute, is that something different?
Are you guys into? This is off of Twitter. I don't remember the exact phrasing of this question, but it was basically came down to this. Are you what kind? If you guys are into cooking, what kind of things do you cook?
I cook a mean bowl of cereal.
Let's just say that. Yeah. Toast, man. If you want some toast, you come to me.
I
Yeah.
can make a grilled cheese.
Like nobody.
I'm good at making toast. That's some good
Yeah,
stuff.
so basically toast, cereal, and grilled cheese.
So breakfast.
Yeah. I'll be over at your place then.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh
over.
man.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
You guys mentioned earlier in the show that you guys are really big into sports. Favorite sports teams?
Oklahoma City Thunder probably.
For basketball. NFL, mine would probably be Atlanta Falcons.
Cowboys.
I really don't have a favorite football team, but of course Oklahoma City Thunder for Oklahoma.
I really started to like New England. So, and of course, we love OSU here in Oklahoma. So,
College, yeah.
yeah, go Cowboys.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you if you guys have a big favorite college football or basketball team, or just in general. But you already answered it, so good on you for beating me to that one.
We bleed orange. So.
Yeah.
Is it being from Canada? We don't really have that sort of. We have the university rivalry, but it's not as big as in the States. Talk to me, like how big is it down in Oklahoma, or OSU versus whoever? I'm not sure who the rivalry for you guys would be.
Here in Oklahoma, it's OSU versus OU.
And
It's
really
really
big.
big. Yeah.
It's bragging rights for the rest of the year, basically.
Do you get to go to a lot of games?
Actually, we've got to go to
A couple
this year,
Yeah.
which was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, those are always fun. We love those.
Here's another question off of Twitter. I like this one. I probably should ask this one to more people. If you're stranded on an island for however length of time, and you can only bring 3 things with you, what would they be?
Oh my gosh, I would bring a house, a satellite phone, and a boat.
Man, that totally excludes the question. I'm probably.
He found the
That's
loophole
cheating. I'm
there.
pretty sure that's cheating.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's cheating.
Oh.
That's alright. I'll bring a fishing pole and a knife and flint. There you go. I'm being practical right there.
Guitar.
Oh, okay.
Probably
Entertainment.
Probably a boat, so I can go fishing.
You could just sail away.
A spear. I'm trying to think, and I don't know. Maybe a fishing pole. I don't know. A knife. Well,
Yeah,
probably a knife.
I'd probably take
Jennifer
what, a
Lawrence.
spear, a gun, and probably a flint just to start a fire for sure.
Got to survive.
We're pretty practical.
Yeah, it's very practical.
Fair enough. I like those answers. Those are pretty good. This is a question that came from one of the musicians we had on the show from Last Bullet. It was Brendan Armstrong came up with this question. He came up with actually a lot of the ones that I'm about to ask, but this one goes like this. So you're on death row for you committed this terrible, terrible crime, and they're about to execute you, and you get that final last meal. You know how they give you like one last meal, and you get to pick whatever it is you want. What would your last meal be?
Oh wow! Oh my gosh, so that is really good. You want to go, Jess? Good.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay.
Grilled chicken with some mac and cheese, with
Mashed potatoes.
mashed potatoes, and yeah, that'd probably be it.
A home cooked meal.
Home cooked meal. Yeah.
Fair enough. Those sound pretty good. In terms of we talked about where you guys want to sort of see yourself. Is there, and you mentioned MSG as being the big venue that you want to perform at. Is there a local Oklahoma venue that you'd really like to perform at?
We've kind of performed a lot around here, so I mean,
Kane's Ballroom.
Kane's
Ballroom would
that'd
be
probably
really cool.
Kane's Ballroom.
Is there a particular U.S. state that you guys haven't been to yet that you'd really like to go to, whether it's just to perform or just to hang out?
I've always wanted to go to New York. What about you guys?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
We've never been to New York, but we would love to go.
Times Square. I always want to walk down
That
through
city
there.
would be awesome.
It'd be pretty sick.
This is a pretty interesting question. And normally, if it was a group of girls on this on Radio Nation, I would not ask these dating questions. But this is a pretty good one, and it is: what is your idea of a perfect first date?
Okay, let's see. A long walk on the beach.
He's going all romantic right now. I'm kidding.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe grab something to eat. Maybe go see a movie. I mean, I'm really down to earth, simple.
Down to earth.
I think, yeah, definitely for me, it's very simple. You know, we can go to a movie, go to eat, and I'm just fine, sitting on the couch watching a movie and hanging out, maybe playing games, and stuff like that. I mean,
Who knows? Yeah.
Pretty easy going.
Fair enough. All right, here's another one off of Twitter. I'm trying to just read it, but my page just literally just froze, so I'm trying to. Here's one I'll take. This one's from Jesse's girl. Guess you got lots of fans out there. What's your view on relationships, and if you're in one, do the fans ever get jealous?
I don't know. I don't know. Right now we're all single, so
yeah.
We haven't had that, that experience yet of whether the fans would be jealous or not, so I'm not
yeah,
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Here's a pretty good question too. Actually, this comes from Emma Bishop. Are you planning on staying in a band forever, or is there ever a point where you might think about doing some solo stuff?
No, I plan on staying in a band forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think for as long as the music career is going to go, I think we're going to be a bit.
Absolutely. We're brothers and we're sticking together.
We're in this all the
together.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming just around the corner, not too far away. So Santa's going to be coming around town. Is there anything that you're really looking forward to most about Christmas?
Oh, and probably just seeing all the lights.
Yeah, I love
For
looking
sure.
at all the Christmas lights that are in the neighborhood. And
I don't
stuff
know
like
if
that.
anybody else does this, but we kind of drive around the neighborhood sometimes.
We get really into the holidays.
Yeah, we love the holidays, so just like seeing all the Christmas lights.
We actually did a cover of it that we just posted yesterday, actually, about getting into the holiday spirit, and we went and saw some lights. So if you guys haven't checked that out, you guys can check that out
on YouTube.
So.
There's a lot of dating questions coming in here, so I'm gonna try to pick some other stuff first because I know there's a lot of them and probably overwhelming amount. You guys just mentioned you drive around. You guys really big into cars?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite cars or types of cars, or do you have a dream car?
Charger probably
Yeah.
would be Ford Charger.
Me, I don't know. For me, I've always wanted a Mustang.
Or
Yeah.
Firebird
Yeah.
would be cool.
Yeah, I always wanted a Firebird. I don't know why I like those cars so much.
Yeah.
Also, too, there's a lot of New Year's questions coming. Are you guys doing anything for New Year's? Any sort of performance, or are you going to be doing anything special for New Year's?
We don't have anything set right now, of any performances right now, other than just.
But I'm sure we will be doing maybe a stage it. That's where we perform online.
yeah.
When we sell tickets and do stuff like that. We'll probably be setting one of those up very, very soon. Before Christmas, of course. But to do that and releasing more covers. So.
Here's a good question. I'm going to try to spin this a little bit more, but it's a pretty good one. This comes from Emma Boyle as well. She asked, what's your most embarrassing experience? But I want to take that a little further and say, what's your most embarrassing experience while performing? Or before you performed, or just musically?
Well, I think a couple times. I
Tripping.
remember one time tripping on stage.
Yeah, that's probably one of the.
Probably the worst thing.
I think one time I forgot the words on a song and I
Which that's-
froze.
That's always embarrassing. But
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I
So.
don't know.
Have you ever experienced stage fright?
What was that?
Have you ever experienced stage fright?
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Well, at the
Not
very
really.
beginning,
Yeah, at the
I
very
was-
beginning stage, whenever we first started off, I would get really nervous. And of course, before every performance, you're not normal if you don't get a little bit nervous. But it's gotten a lot better actually
Right.
from whenever we first started.
Right, but that nervousness kind of keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
And, yeah. It's
But
good.
not actually like it's freezing up the stage. I don't think anything like that. Yeah. Bad.
This is another one off of Twitter, and I apologize. There's a lot of people out there asking a lot of questions. I get about 40 every time I look, and that's about every minute and a half, it seems. So this one comes from Kendra. What has been the biggest obstacle that you guys have had to overcome?
Okay, that's a good question.
Man.
Biggest obstacle.
Probably the nose. Yeah, probably getting those no's like during the career of
Yeah,
like
the
people
up and
saying
downs.
no, up and downs, the down parts, of course. Just
Yeah.
like getting through them and
Yeah, I completely
keep
agree.
trucking.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite vacation spot?
Like we said, we were big Disney kids, so Disney
Disney
World
World.
was the big place. We haven't gone in a while, but
That would be.
that was our all-time favorite place to go
Yeah,
on
for
vacation.
sure. That and Branson.
Yeah.
Fair enough. This is also, there's some really good questions here. Do you guys think that being brothers has made it easier to make music?
I definitely think so. I think it made it a lot easier. I mean, don't you?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
definitely when we record the stuff at our house, like the stuff that we do on YouTube. So like we can just walk right into the next room and say, hey, you want to come play a vocal, or can you go play guitar on this? So
Don't
yeah,
have
it
to
makes it a
worry.
lot easier for that kind of
Yeah.
aspect of it.
What is your favorite video game?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Probably.
Modern Warfare.
Yeah, Modern Warfare, Battlefield 3.
We all have similar interests. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
Probably all the Halo,
Halo.
Modern Warfare, yeah, like
all the
FIFA.
shooter games.
FIFA's good.
FIFA, yeah, FIFA's a good one.
We definitely play the basketball.
That's
so,
yeah, the
NBA,
NCAA, the NBA, all that.
Do you have a favorite basketball player?
yes, Kevin Durant.
Kevin, dang it, you took mine. Kevin, probably, and James Harden. Is pretty.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You're the beard.
This question comes from Sarah off of Twitter. Who would do well on Dancing with the Stars? And so I want to add to that and say, who is the best dancer of the four?
I never thought about that.
Probably
That's
Jared.
maybe.
I think Jared. You guys?
I got some
I don't
moves.
know.
Jared's got some moves that he's been keeping secret, but yeah, he's got some moves.
I don't want to lie. I got some moves.
He's got moves on top of moves.
Yeah.
He can get down.
What is the best part about being brothers and making music?
Probably just being around each other. Like you do both have the same similar interests, both going after the same thing. I think that's pretty cool to
Yeah.
makes us closer.
A lot of people have been asking this question. I've been trying to avoid it, but it just seems so overwhelming. About 50 people have asked this question. Would you ever date a fan?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
we would.
I think if you like our music, that's definitely just a plus.
Yeah, sure.
If she's the right one, she's the right one.
Yeah.
So there's a follow-up question to that, but it was asked a lot earlier, and that is, what do you look for in a girl then?
I don't know. Just easygoing. Very
Easy on the eyes.
Yeah, very understanding.
Easy to talk to, fun, outgoing.
Has a sense of humor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Any girl that can make me laugh, automatic plus.
Ladies, they're all single.
Oh yeah. Ready to meet.
Yeah, I'm probably not helping by promoting this even more on the show.
Sorry about that.
Here's another good question. We just had Jillian Jensen on, and she's very, very big into bullying. I guess two parts of this question. What are where do you stand on that issue? And is there a cause or an issue that you guys are very big on?
No, I think bullying is one of those topics for sure. We definitely don't think it's okay.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
We're very
That's
big
all one
on it.
thing we're really big on supporting, anti-bullying. We actually posted a thing, we did a thing for a fundraiser or a project that
Nashville.
someone did down in Nashville that was about anti-bullying. So yeah.
Very big
definitely.
on that.
This comes from Sarah Nickel, and I don't know what Silver Dollar City Ride is, but she wants to know what your favorite Silver Dollar Ride is. Silver Dollar City Ride is. Excuse me, I apologize for getting that wrong there, but they want to know what your favorite ride is.
Mine would probably be Wildfire. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. Wildfire is a really good one.
There's Power Keg.
Powder Keg, yeah.
Powder
And
Keg, yeah, that's right.
Thunderation for me. So.
All roller coasters.
so.
Couple of questions. A couple of people here asking, what's your New Year's resolution going to be?
Oh gosh.
That is a good question.
I haven't thought about that yet, actually.
I've been so focused on Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know too. Eh?
I just thought to look past that. Yeah,
I don't know. I'll have to think about it after Christmas, I guess.
There's somebody out here who wants to know what your favorite flavor of Arizona iced tea is.
I just take it normal. I'd like sweet tea. Just regular sweet tea is probably mine.
And actually, I don't really like tea. I'm not a
Yeah,
big
nobody
fan of
else
tea.
really likes tea except me and my mom. So yeah,
Yeah.
Jeffrey's the only
we're the
tea
odd ones
drinker.
out in our family.
This question's from Melissa Bond, and she just sort of asks, what's your biggest motivation?
Probably our fans.
Yeah, I think definitely just the people that
J. Crew
Yeah,
that support
exactly.
us.
Absolutely, and we
That
just
and God.
love music in general. So, I think those are all motivations.
Inner motivation.
This is a good question. This is from Emma. Do you have some sort of ritual that you guys perform, or is there some sort of superstition that you guys you have before you go on stage or perform?
We have a secret handshake, but that we kind of do just before and pray before every show.
Absolutely.
In terms of performing and just getting out there, what's the best part about traveling and being able to tour?
Being able to meet. I love meeting new people. I love meeting all the cool people that are interested in our music. I would have to say that'd be the
Yeah,
best part for me.
definitely.
And getting to see new places and
Yeah.
Going places you thought you never would be able to go, just traveling there. I think it's a cool part.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning into Radio Nation right now, you're listening to the Boyle Brothers live on the program. It's been a pretty cool story, actually. We had the chance to play some of their music as somebody requested it one night when I was coming in the studio sort of randomly. And since then, they've been very supportive of us playing their music, and it's been a lot of fun. So I'm going to take some more questions here on Twitter. I could take a couple more because we're getting into 10 o'clock Eastern time here, and we've been on the air with the Boyle Brothers for 57 minutes and 9 seconds. So if you're listening in, it's a pretty long time. You guys have done very well to this point. Handled a lot of the dating questions quite well, actually. I'm surprised you aren't sick of them yet.
We love the ladies.
Yeah, yeah, really, yeah. Well, there's a lot of people wanting to know what the youngest age you would date a fan is, and I've been kind of reluctant to ask that, but I just did. So what, I guess, is the youngest age you would date somebody?
Probably 2 years younger than me.
I think.
I don't
Yeah.
Probably 2 to 3 years above and below.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
The rule of
Right.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now, do you have any hidden talents?
I don't think so.
I don't know if anybody else can do this, but of course, ever since I was little, I could shake my eyes back and forth really fast.
Like they're like.
I don't know if you've
extremely
ever had
fast.
anybody who's able to do that.
I don't know.
It's like
But,
freaky.
Yeah, I think it
Um,
runs in the family actually, able to do that.
I don't know.
So.
If I don't know.
I don't know if that's a talent, but
Probably basketball for me. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a secret talent, but I mean, I've always loved to play basketball.
We were big on sports before we got into music.
Yeah.
This one's for Jared and Jesse, and it is, what is the best part about being twins?
Pranking people.
Oh yeah, switching classes on people and they don't even know if we've changed.
Yeah, we pulled a few of those pranks whenever we were younger before, because Jared would be better in math than I would be, so he would take the test for me on that part, and then I would switch English.
yeah, no one would know.
Hopefully none of the teachers are listening.
Yeah. Well, they can't hold you back now, can they?
Anything
I'm
back.
sorry.
Come on now.
It's too late now. It's over.
Talk to me a little bit about the immediate sort of close to immediate future. We mentioned that you're going down to California, and you got some other stuff coming out. Anything else that you haven't sort of touched on in terms of your career and what you're going to be doing up to this, I guess, for the next 6 months?
Other than that, I think that's really mainly what hopefully is gonna focus on, and
You know,
It is, yeah, more shows, more
Music,
covers,
yeah.
of course, more merchandise to come.
big
and
stuff in the works.
Absolutely. We're really excited.
What's been? We talked a lot about X Factor. You had the chance to meet Jillian Jensen. What's it like to have gone there and to have met so many other incredibly talented people?
I think it's cool to see like just them on Twitter now. It's like, wow, you know, we were all in the same experience. I think that's the kind of cool thing about
Watching
it.
everybody else grow, some other people that you met, and you see them taking off and all that stuff.
Doing
I thought,
well.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it's really cool.
Is there anyone in the group that's a bit more of the risk taker than the other?
I don't know. I'd probably say Jesse.
Maybe Jesse.
Yeah, he's more the fast driver. I mean, I don't know if that counts. But, like, we're not very. I don't know. That's probably
we're all
it.
like pretty cautious drivers.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Jesse. It would be
Jesse probably.
Talk to me a bit about social media. It seems it's a critical thing to have. Obviously, as a musician at this point in the game, how important has it been for you guys? But not only that, what is your favorite social media tool to use?
We're really addicted to Twitter. Like we have it. If we're not tweeting for like 30 minutes, like
there's something wrong.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
And I think it's so cool because it's like direct contact,
Contact.
Yeah,
right.
contact with our fans, and that's awesome.
To also be able to talk to and like interact with them and have conversations.
And you think back before Twitter and all this stuff, you didn't really have a direct way to speaking to fans and, you know, learning about your fans and knowing them before Twitter. So just getting the opportunity to be able to, you know, talk to all of our fans, all our J crew and everything has been really great. So.
Well, you guys have pulled in a big audience tonight. For those that are just listening in right now, we've had over 600 people tune in from the United States alone. So
Wow.
that's
awesome.
pretty solid numbers there, and pretty impressive. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are listening right now that want to thank you guys for just being great role models and being great musicians and that sort of thing, because I've been getting a little bit of tweets for that too. Couple more questions here because it is getting into 10 o'clock, and of course we've been on the air for about an hour now, and I'm sure you guys are busy boys, and I know we're busy here on the show too, and some of us actually have to get up and go to work tomorrow morning. So how do people that are just listening in for the first time and maybe have never that are regular listeners to Radio Nation that have never really heard of you before, how do they find you on all the social media avenues?
Yeah, we got a YouTube. You can look us up on under Boyle Brothers, Boyle Brothers. We have tons of songs in there if you want to hear our music. We have a Facebook like page where we post for statuses and what's going on. We have a Twitter, a Keek, which is, you know, just little videos that we can post.
It's all under the name Boyle Brothers,
Yeah.
Boyle. So make sure to subscribe to us, follow us. Anything you can think of, we probably have.
we got
social media,
Tumblr.
Instagram, Tumblr, like anything you guys probably can think of, we have it.
So make sure to check us out.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of people out there that want to thank your parents for having raised you guys.
Thank you, Mom and Papa Boyle.
All right, is there anything else that there's? I can't get to all these Twitter questions. We could probably sit here on this show for like 6 hours and we would never finish them all.
We're loving it, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's. I'm gonna go through and see. Here's a good one too. Actually, I'm gonna try to get to a couple more before. I'm gonna try to get to about 5 or 6 more before 10:15. This one comes from Sarah, and she's from Canada. So hello, fellow Canadian. Who is the most athletic?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think we're all pretty athletic. We all were into sports, like, but just different sports. Like Jesse and Jared were into more of the basketball, along with Jacob. He played that as well.
Right.
And then I was more into baseball. So I mean, we all keep it pretty athletic.
Yeah, we're all pretty athletic, I think, I would say.
This one has also been asked quite a few times on Twitter as well, and it is: what is the sweetest thing a fan has said to any one of you guys?
We love you.
I don't know.
Honestly, there's been so many things.
Yeah, that said that we got her through a lot of her tough times, a lot of personal things, but
yeah.
that just meant so much to us to see that we can touch other people's lives, you know? And
Yeah.
There's been a couple like that have really just touched us about
It's amazing.
how our music has really helped them and
Get through their problems and their,
Just knowing that we're making a difference in someone's life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what.
for sure.
Have you guys ever got, this is off of Twitter, have you guys ever gotten hate, and how have you guys handled it if you have?
I
We
mean,
haven't gotten what?
Hate.
Oh, hate. Oh, I think you just gotta look past it.
Yeah.
If we have gotten we have gotten a couple.
haters are motivators.
Right on.
There you
That's it. Haters and motivators, right there.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if I already asked this one on to you guys already, but if I haven't, this is a question that I like to ask quite a bit. This one actually does come off of Twitter, and it is, what is your favorite childhood memory?
Probably us when we first started doing this band thing together. Probably just traveling around and singing. Those were really great times.
I
That's what I
remember.
remember most.
I remember actually we got to perform at Downtown Disney, which was like a dream come true of mine because I love Disney.
Quite a few.
I remember that. Good times, man.
That was a good memory. Yeah.
So that was probably one of my most memorable.
This is questions come up a few times, and it's really interesting. Can you guys I'm going to read this straight off of Twitter because I don't want to get this one wrong, but can the Boyle Brothers get their tongues to touch their noses? This comes from Francis, and I can't pronounce it, but it's somewhere in Texas. I apologize, Francis.
I actually just tried it. And actually can. This is Jeffrey. Yeah. I actually just did it. Can you do it? I can't.
I am so close.
I can.
I'm not even going to try.
So 2 out of 4 can.
2 out of 4.
That's not bad. That's not bad odds.
What has been the biggest impact on what you write? I'm reading this straight off of Twitter. What has been the biggest impact on what you write for your songs? So I guess what they're trying to say, I guess, like, what's a big impact on what makes you write a song?
Past girlfriends.
Life experiences for sure. Yeah, just stuff that you go through on a daily basis are definitely great inspirations for songs.
We like to write, like personal, like what we've gone through. So.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta admit, J. Crew, you guys have come up with some terrific questions here. There's a lot of really good ones, and being a journalist, you try to think of as many as you can and the most unique ones, but you guys should all be journalists because you guys have come up with some terrific questions here, and I really like this one. What legacy do you want to leave on the world?
Wow.
We would definitely like to leave a legacy that, we did what we loved, and honestly,
prove to anybody do it, and that
inspire others to do the same.
Yeah.
To follow your dreams.
This one comes from Rachel, and it is, which one of you guys is the messiest in the group?
Jeffrey.
Great question.
Jeffrey.
Okay.
It's an easy question.
Probably.
Is there anybody that's the neat freak in the group?
I don't think so.
I think Jared's probably more the tidy, cleanest.
Not a neat freak per se, but I'm probably the tidiest out of the 4.
I think as a musician, that's kind of
Pretty
a
relaxed.
normal thing.
Yeah.
So
Pretty.
I claim it as much as possible.
Have there ever been any like really awkward fan moments? This is off of Twitter as well.
Awkward fan moments.
Not so far.
Yeah,
We
not
haven't
so far.
experienced any awkward fan moments so far. I don't
I think it's all been great.
think. Yeah.
All been positive.
Who takes the longest to get ready in the morning?
I don't know.
That's a good question. We probably all really take like 15 minutes, like 10 minutes.
We honestly don't take that long.
We're guys.
Yeah.
Guys, we
Get
don't
in,
take that
I
long.
don't know, get in the shower and
Turn the
you're
shirt
ready.
inside out, put it back on.
Yeah. Yeah, ladies, if you're listening right now, keep in mind most guys take 20 minutes to get ready.
Yeah, let's say probably not that long.
It'd be weird if you guys took an hour.
That would be pretty out.
What are you doing for that long?
I don't know.
There's a lot of great questions out here, and I wish I could get to them all. I'm going to take 2 more. I'm just trying to read through as many as I can because I've gone through to some of the earlier ones, and there have been some really good ones. And you're going to probably look at your phone and be like, holy crap. Because there's quite a few. I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is music a part of your life?
10.
Yeah, 10.
Absolutely.
It is seriously like everything we do.
I would have to say 11.
Wow.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 11.
Yeah, I mean, it's really in everything we do. Anything that we are involved in, it's through
Constantly
music.
singing.
Whether that's growing up or being making music, it's always been a part of our lives in a really big way. So
Yeah, for sure.
This is a pretty seasonal question here. Well, I guess it's pretty fitting seeing as Christmas is right around, and many of us have to do Christmas shopping, and many of us leave it to the last minute. What are your favorite stores to shop at?
Target.
We do a secret Santa thing to someone us for, and probably Target is probably just the most shop probably that has everything.
Yeah, it's so close by.
Yeah,
so.
it's close by, and just convenient.
Fair enough. Final question tonight, and this is a pretty fitting question because you guys have been very outspoken about how much you guys love your fans and how appreciative you are of them. So, in one word, describe the J Crew.
Amazing.
Family. Awesome.
Beautiful.
God dang, still lying. There you go.
So amazing, awesome, family, beautiful.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, boys. I could probably sit here for another hour because the tweets just don't stop. They just don't stop, and I can't even imagine what it must be like for you guys just on a normal day.
It's awesome. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous inside. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming on. But before you go, I did want to ask you guys provided us with your latest cover, and it's a Christmas cover from my understanding. So do you want to talk a little bit about your newest Christmas cover?
Yeah, we actually just recorded that and posted it up a day ago yesterday. So if you guys haven't checked it out, you can check it out on our YouTube under Boyle Brothers. It's I'll Be Home for Christmas. We put our own little spin on it. And you guys can check it out. Yeah,
leave a comment, subscribe, like, all of the above.
All of the above.
There you go.